Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. We have a battle line playoff matchup between the rank 1 12th Virginia and the rank 3 Corn Brigade on the Schoolhouse Ridge. It should be great. The winner of this one facing the winner of the 5th Florida matchup versus the 10th United States. Thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like the support, go to the link in the description where you can get behind the scenes footage and videos before everyone else. Our teams for today on the Corn Brigade side, who's CSA Round 1, USA Round 2, you have Corn Brigade, 6th Louisiana, Mississippi Brigade, and the 5th Virginia. Whereas on the 12th Virginia side, who's Union Round 1, CSA Round 2, you have 12th Virginia, Irish Volunteer Brigade, and the Graves Battery. With that being said, thank you, Cordon, from the 6th Louisiana for broadcasting this event. And with that being said, I hope you enjoy.
All right, here we are. First match of the Grit Division Divisional Finals for Battleline Network Season 3. Right now we've got Schoolhouse Ridge. It's 12th VA versus Corn Brigade, two major public regiments, and they're going to be going against each other to see who is the best. Okay, Schoolhouse Ridge. We already got some people moving out from the CSA. It's IVB. They're going way far ahead of the rest of the group. We'll see how the Union's going to react to this. 6th LA is going to be the first ones to meet them. Corn Brigade's hyping themselves up.
Rebels are going northwest to west.
8th Ohio!
There they are, Daz. They're moving.
There they go. All right. Let's take a look at our teams here. We got 12th VA, IVB, and GB on CSA, Corn Brigade, 6th LA, Mississippi Brigade, and 5th VA on the Union. Total 164 for player count. All right, 6th LA is going to be the far left side of the Union. Who's meeting IVB in the Creek? It's going to be 5th VA. Also with Nepalford. IVB is just going to stop here. Here's 12th VA just taking shots from here. All right. I'm not a big fan of that. See, they've got one cannon over there. It's interesting. All right. Who we got on the artillery?
A little bit more left. That's
Got
right, sorry, a little bit more right.
GB, 12th VA. You're definitely going to be watching this. Venom's got the binoculars. All right. IVB is out by themselves. They're going to need some help, I think. Definitely. They're not going to be able to get up there they're not going to be able to get up there by themselves. Who's moved their way over here? Mississippi Brigade. Let's see, who's the brave people that went over here and took this cannon? Some 12th VA guys. I wonder what their plans are.
You want them to
This is not some easy things to do. But now this might be a decent position with some nice canister shots, especially on these hills over here. But you got to be pretty precise, and you got to watch out for infantry coming at you. 12th VA is going to be pushing this Union's right side, using their numbers. They've got definitely the biggest group on their team. Mississippi Brigade inevitably going to have to be pushed back. Surely the Union's going to see that big group coming. Someone's going to call that out. Corn Brigade's not moving though. 6th LA is pulling it back a bit. I think they might be getting shifted over. Let's check out the Union artillery situation. Takes them a little bit to get set up. Looks like we got 5th VA and some Corn Brigade guys getting the cannon situated. It's a very heavy cannon. It's a very steep hill. Hopefully we'll see some good shots from artillery tonight. It's going to be very important. Don't see any smoke coming from the artillery yet for CSA. We really need some shots. This is about the only time Union's going to come out here. Unless their whole plan is to have an aggressive defense. This is a great spot for artillery to hit because it's got a lot of landmarks. Got that big tree. But anyway, Corn Brigade and 5th VA is pushing up. Probably going to push IVB out. That's what I'm taking a guess here. They're definitely going to have the numbers to wipe IVB here. But Union is going to get behind on tickets. We'll see. They might get some outer lines to bounce it out. Is this going to be some GB guys? Yep. They're in a weird orientation toward the Union here. Probably best to be more kind of like on these hay bale things. I don't know what you call them. But being like this, the If you were to take from the Union perspective here, that's basically a big blob. It's a pretty easy target. Alright, 12th VA is still holding there, holding down in the woods. Side Corps 6 LA. Okay, they're in this wide skirmish line firing down on 12th VA. What do we got here? Mississippi. They're also holding this right side with 6 LA. And Corn Brigade and 5th VA are holding up the left. Still no shots from any artillery from what I can tell.
Point.
Point, yeah. See the left of the point?
Someone's calling point. Someone's primed. Let's see. Any shots coming out? Looks like 12th VA's shifting their fire over here. I don't know if this is where they shot. Ooh, that shot went over.
Those of you that are still here.
That one went over as well. Alright, we're doxing people. Shameful display. Alright.
I don't think we can hit the drop flags from here.
Well, you can.
Anything on the road,
It's not,
anything
it's
on-
not like a direct.
On the
Hey,
road is
hold
dirty,
fire,
okay.
12A, hold fire. The Union is pulling back. We made.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
Union's pulling back to that big tree. These teams, they knew what maps were going to be played. It was either going to be this or Dunker Church. So if you're an artillery regiment, you know what you have to practice.
Yeah.
Got a while, and you know that this map is coming up, and it's a big arty map.
But the better we are on tickets, the longer we can drag it out.
Look at these two guys left up here. Slappy and Raccoon 50. Yeah, there'll be 2 out of line tickets. I don't like it. Can I get? Oh, I killed one. Oh, they only killed one. Yeah. Oh, and that's 10 tickets. You can see Union's starting to lag behind on it. 5th VA is still up here. They're going to be taking a lot of tickets from the Union. That is not good. Oh, they lost their flag too. Yeah, Union, they're back up. That's not good. Not a good place for the Union to be in. Corn Brigade's gonna be a little late to meet IVB on the fence. I mean, they had to have seen IVB coming up. I don't know what's taking them so long. IVB is gonna be losing here. They are pretty outnumbered. 30th Ohio pretty much had all their loads and they wasted it on 5th Virginia. 12th VA pushing up to the road. It's probably right now just gonna be a shooting match across the road. And with 12th VA being the attackers, they're gonna have the advantage ticket-wise. Mississippi Brigade, they're just gonna scatter away. That's gonna be some ticket damage that potentially. Right now, 6th LA is holding it right now. Yes, that's pretty much the only action happening right now. That shot went over for the Union. You do want to be careful. You don't want to hit friendlies. And then kind of firing on this hill right here, it is a little tricky.
Oh, you boys die.
It is liable to a ricochet.
Quick.
Corn Brigade, I'm assuming GB. Yeah, we got 3rd Alabama. This 30th Ohio is going to be shifting themselves all the way over here and fighting out against 12th VA.
If you guys just spawn in, stay here, obviously.
We'll see if they notice.
Back here, boys.
How long do they notice Union coming?
Flag keeps running, it's making a skirmish.
How we doing?
Hold,
9,
hold.
10.
Steady. How many we got on you, Mad?
They're slowly losing.
About 10 of us spawned. So we're doing good.
Hey, right, fuse right.
There it is. That's when they spot them. It's very late. 30th Ohio, the biggest group coming in, and also the stealthiest, it seems. Fuse taking some guys out with his Lamat, that big honking pistol. You can see if they lose their flag here. I think they may have got it out. Yep. Mr. Jackoff. He's got it out. All right, IVB is back here to reinforce. They're a little late to the party, but they are going to keep Corn Brigade over here. So I'm assuming, yeah, GB is moving through the creek. Oh, that one hit the wrong group. Maybe knocked a couple people down, but I didn't see any kills. Now this is pretty close to point. You can see it is a clear shot, relatively, from the CSA. So hopefully we see some good shots. And then CSA's in the creek down there. Oh, never mind. 30th Ohio's going after him. Along with 6LA, all charging up the creek. They're doing an aggressive defense here, but right now they are behind on tickets. So we're going to see how this works out for them. J-Man's trying to get the flag back to his friendlies over here. GB, can they hold it? Can they get the flag to escape? Archer's chasing him down. How long until he gets stabbed? No one's stabbed him yet. And he makes it out, somehow. Oh, that's an outline ticket. Oh, ZSA's lost their flag. No one picked it up. There's another one here. Is anyone going to pick this one up? No, they're going to walk right past it. CSA's lost 2 of their flags, thankfully. Their largest group, 12th VA, they've got their flag. They have rallied themselves around the left side of their spawn. They're going to be taking a Y left approach, I presume. Maybe close around their artillery. I guess these 12th VA guys are going to do some counter battery. That's about the only shots they have right now. Now for 12th VA to go this way, it is going to pull most of the Union to this northeast side, and that's going to keep them away from their friendly arty. Because otherwise they have to shoot through the trees, and that is near impossible. So typically as CSA you want to push out the right side, kind of either bait the Union out or to at least hold the one side of the map so you don't have to cross this open field again. Oh, those shots, not even close. It's a nice grouping, but alright, here we go, Dachshund time. Who was that? That was GB, 12th VA, and more GB. Alright, they all missed. Okay, Corn Brigade, 6th LA, and Mississippi Brigade. Everybody is here except 5th VA. They're on the left side, making sure no one gets past them. Right now it's just going to be GB, their skirmisher division. Hopefully they can get some good shots. 12th VA is moving themselves in. I mean, that's IVB, excuse me. IVB is going to be the first ones to go in. 12th VA is going to be going way far left.
Yeah, right there.
Silhouettes. Steady now.
Right there.
Silhouettes, okay. I guess they're shooting down here. Yeah, I got a few people. Not much. 8th Corn Brigade altogether. They're just staying here in this forest. I don't like that. They're forcing the close quarters, and that's going to be in favor of the people with buck and ball, because you know, if IVB can get buck and ball, they will take it. Let's see, can we spot some 42s here? Oh yeah, that's what they got. Dave, right? Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, so they've all got buck and ball, so you definitely want to stay back as the defenders here. Definitely want to stay out of the woods. It's a big ticket trap. Let's see, that shot went off. I don't know who shot that. This one seemed to be going over. Curious to see where the Union already is shooting. They're shooting into the forest. That's at their friendlies. That is counter battery. Okay. 50A is getting their cannons over. I think we're gonna see a little surprise from, was it Brockenborough? Yeah, Brockenborough artillery. Very underused. It has its uses. Big thing to do is to kind of push it up on this hill, but you are liable to skirmish fire. IVB is going to be taking the far left, and 12th VA is going to take their place in the center. IVB going to be versus 6th LA. 6th LA is going to be a little bit outnumbered, but we'll see who wins on the shooting match. 6th LA is going to be the first shots, but IVB is going to have the bucking ball. Oh, nice shot from Union Artillery. Killed Sevi and a few more of the IVB guys, so hopefully their chain of command is solid underneath them. They're going to take some cover down here in the creek, but they do not have a flag, so they are going to be easy pickings if 6th LA decides to push them, but they are not. They're going to help the inside with 12th VA, who is definitely going to be eaten up by the Union defense in the center. A few guys coming out here. Okay, 12th VA company. A little skirmish charge. It's not going to be great, but Union is still behind on tickets, so they do have to be wary of that. IVB is staying alive for the most part. They're going to be able to take some shots. Uh-oh, got a Union officer coming out by themselves. Collector, what the... I guess he went up by himself with a pistol, I assume. Well, CSA is mostly wiped except for IVB. You might as well just push them.
I killed a guy with my bayonet.
Since LA is getting ready on this right side of the road, they might just do it.
No, he's running north, right below the hill.
You got our K Company guys down here, hiding in the creek.
Then move down the river, okay?
Got it.
Gonna do a little fire withdrawal. Now, what do you do if you're a Union here? Well, you gotta watch out for IVB first off, because they're gonna be sneaky.
I should know collector.
Let's see, Masic's gonna spot them definitely.
Let archery.
6th LA is getting ready. But they are gonna be they're gonna be close range, so gotta get some early shots off.
Stay in a column. Straight line, boys. Halt, let face, halt, let face.
Don't bunch up, don't bunch up.
Oh, God, you're so good. You're so good.
We'll see if IVB can show us how effective bucking ball is. Collector maybe trying to bait some shots out.
Left, further right.
Further right.
Archer's just gonna push him.
There them bitches are.
On the line.
On the left and right, on the left.
He's gonna shoot some in the back.
Fucking saw that. What the?
Not getting too many of them before they can get behind Mississippi Brigade here.
Hey, I got one too. That's great. Swivel.
Yeah, IVB is gonna take out Mississippi Brigade pretty easily. 6th LA is gonna be mopping them up. And Union is about half a stage behind 6th LA, getting pushed by the rest of IVB. They've gotten their reinforcements and their flags. IVB is split up into 2 regiments, so they do have, into 2 companies, my bad. So they do have 2 flags and they'll get lots of respawns very quickly. 6th LA is going to get overpowered, it seems. They're going to have to run back with their flag. Reeves is going to be taking it away from the rest of the group. It's probably running it back up the hill. It is a little bit away from friendlies. Crawdog's picking up the other Union flag. Got 2 Union flags trying to run back to safety. 12th VA has pushed the center. But once again, Corn Brigade and 5th VA are holding. Some GB guys have pushed up onto the point and they have capped. I don't know if they wanted to do that. I think if you were the CSA, that is not a favorable thing for you to do. To stop the clock, you have 25 minutes left and Union is almost taking losses. I would just ride out the clock there and keep driving the Union tickets down since you have already been doing so. Corn Brigade and the rest of the Union team from the center is going to be pushing out GB. They're going to want to get their tickets back. However, I would suggest that they would push out the rest of the CSA that is already here before they recap the point, because they've shown that they can keep warding off the CSA's charges. So you might as well make use of the counterattack's buff of getting all your tickets back, or at least up to the attackers, because once they recap it, they're going to be back to that ticket deficit again fairly quickly if IVB decides to charge. And 6LA is out in the open here in relatively close proximity to IVB. So you can see lots of shots coming out with that bucking ball. Although it is quite spread out in over 40 yards, bucking ball's damage tends to drop. So IVB is going to get progressively closer. Although a lot of them aren't going to have their loads yet. They're going to charge straight in. Not a bad plan. I think they've got their... Nope, they're moving their flags in. That's not a good idea. They're going to want to... I know they're going to try and drain their own tickets, so to make sure that the Union doesn't get as much back. But they're moving in all their flags. They're going to definitely lose them here. I don't know. That is not a good plan. Is seeking J-Man. Get the flag back. The last IVV flag standing. What's he going to do? He's going to run. He's going to keep running. Union trying to throw a little trickery in his way. David Hasselhoff is chasing him down. I think he's going to get stabbing. Oh, I think he missed that one. Never mind, he didn't. Oh, the 12th VA guys are going to run they're going to flee away. They lost their flag there. And 12th VA is going in. And they are once again quite outnumbered by the Union, but Union has already moved away. They're going to be a little bit out of position. They're going to get some nice tickets around here. 5th VA a little bit spread out. I think they may have already supposed to have been moving. Maybe, or they might have been low on numbers in the first place. They're going to lose a flag there. Rest of the Union's still pulling off a point. I think they might just want to be letting the CSA cap it. We'll see if the CSA is watchful of that cap point. I don't think they want to take it again. GB is all the way down over here. I don't think they need to be all this way out. There you go. They're going to start moving in. Haven't seen much use out of the artillery yet, and Union is in a good position. They're pretty far out of the way of artillery, but Corps Brigade is going to be forced to move back in. I don't know, why are they going in now? I think they might just want to keep CSA close to the point. And doing it like this is going to do that, because they're going to not want to push away from it and into them, into the Union, that is. So now some CSA guys are going to be pushed back into the point, making sure that they cap. And that is going to be good for the Union. Because now we got 2 CSA flags down. I think it's both IVBs, right? No, one of them is 12th VA. That is no bueno. Alright, Union can be as aggressive as they want. I would say it is quite encouraged. IVB all on their lonesome, trying to pick up the pieces. They're going to charge right back in. Yeah, they know they're going to lose it. They just want to get their tickets down. Sevy's making use of the pistol. Collector as well. It's a rare moment that they get the Lamats and Yokozuna. I don't know who that is. Takes Collector out. That was a CSA cannon all the way from Brockenborough. Alright. Very nice. What happened there? GB's still out on their own. You don't have too good a that's alright. But most of the time Union isn't straight in the road. Who shot? Alright. Union artillery shooting at the only CSA guys they can see. Alright, point is going to be back in the Union's favor. Now, if you aren't familiar with the tiebreaker rules of this event, they do come into play quite often. as we do try to keep it fair
No, it's down there.
by switching these maps off and switching teams due to the inherent bias that the skirmish maps have. It's just the nature of the game, so we try and counteract that. But anyway, what is probably going to happen is the attackers win. That's just how most maps work out. So in these events, if the attacking team wins both rounds, then whoever has the fastest attacking time on the black timer, they will be the winner. If the defenders win, then it's whoever defends the longest. From what I understand, that is likely to be changed in the upcoming season, as there has been some bad talk about that rule. But anyway, we'll do what most people want to do. Sign-ups are open for this event, so if you get a regiment that wants to participate, I think it's about 10 people minimum on average to have a token and have a chance to be in the championship. But even if you are below that number or just want to play, you are welcome to join. Most of these events are being broadcasted now. We've got a couple people recording in a more consistent schedule, so you will have the spotlight at least once. Back to the game. IVB and 12th VA taking, again, far left side CSA approach. 12th VA is taking the far left. Gonna be circling around the forest. No one's yet come to meet them. Mississippi Brigade kind of looking like they're the guys to meet them, but they are going to be outnumbered. A lot of these guys from the 12th VA used to be part of 2nd Mississippi and Mississippi Brigade. They eventually went off to do their own thing, so a little bit of a cool thing if they go against each other here. But 12th VA is going to get around them. Someone's got to spot this big group, right?
Yep, they're right here, right in front of us, boys, to the north. That was the bad guy.
Here we go, Mississippi Brigade. It's going to definitely be outnumbered. They're going to need some help. See, any Union coming over to help? Yep. Who we got coming over? It is 6th LA. Corn Brigade is going to be staying in the center along with 5th VA. Got GB pushed up on the point. Looks like they're going to cap it. So close to taking losses with 20 minutes left. I don't think that's a good thing. It's not a typical thing for people to do. IVB is also over here with 12th VA, so it's most of the CSA team. Alright, Union's putting some more forces over here. 30th Ohio is coming to help. They definitely need some help with this large 12th VA force.
Just shoot through them bushes if you got a
Mississippi Brigade, oh, they're out by themselves in the open field. I don't like that. Easy targets, and we got some guys kneeling. That's gonna do some damage to tickets. There's a whole defilade right behind them, and they could observe the effectiveness of artillery, and they know they probably shouldn't be worried about it. Let's see. Any Union guns kind of focusing on this right now? They should. This is kind of a big deal. Here we go. Tom is aiming at the wrong group. Uh-oh. Oh no. Uh-oh. 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 What the hell? Alright. I guess he didn't shoot. There we go. Ooh, that was a close one. Some more Union moving up. Alright, do we have a shot coming out? I think this one might actually get fired. There's not many people moved right there, but oh, it's a pretty good shot. It was very close, but it wasn't close enough to get enough kills. 30th Ohio is taking the low area right now to attack this large CSA group. IVB is going to have to come back down the hill to help. 12th VA they have taken some major losses here while we were observing the artillery. So most of the Union is going to hold it here. And the ticket deficit is actually on the CSA right now. Union is a little bit high up on tickets. GB is still over here taking pot shots at the Union. I would kind of suggest that they, come over here. Get some more clear shots, and it'll definitely be more distracting. Alright, this CSA group is definitely going to get wiped out if they get pushed. And that is quite likely, I think. They definitely need to get this flag out. You don't want to take any risks. It's not like that. You got 2 CSA flags here. You do not want to lose these. Let's see, Corporal Seasoning. He doesn't have any. He doesn't have the big group's flag. 17:45 on the clock. That is giving some time to the attackers in the next round. This isn't a particularly quick match of Schoolhouse Ridge.
I will never recover from the murders I have committed today.
You're good. Covered in
You know what? I take back what I said on the capping. I keep forgetting about the tiebreaker rules. So, yeah, another thing about that the rule that people do not like is that it kind of encourages you to cap the point kind of incessantly. It doesn't really allow for more variety in strategy, which this community loves that so much. So that is why it is very likely to be changed. I don't know if it will be changed. I don't want to say anything concrete. Alright, different push from a CSA group. It's IVB, 69th New York, Company K. We're going to have an uncontested push over here. This Union group already can hit that, along with 5th VA over here. They still have already? Oh yeah. There's still CSA over here. They've got their reinforcements. I'm guessing it's everybody, right? 12th VA. Yeah, it's just 12th VA right now. They've got their flag. They've got
okay, he's new. He's
some of the other CSA flags, right? Yeah, okay. A couple other.
He's operating with the flag.
They pulled out.
Charlie, why
I wish it would be cool if you could see some canister shots coming through here, but it is pretty far away. Although, you know that the 3-inch and the 10-pound Parrott canister it's a pretty tight grouping. So, I think a right side push for the CSA on the CSA right would favor Brockenborough Battery over here. Because, say CSA is over there, Union's going to be back here on these defilades. Say they come up to volley on this, those cannons over there are in prime position. Union's taking a bit of a ticket lead here, about 20% ticket lead, I guess. Stage-wise. 12th VA is close up. They are outnumbered. Who's got this line going over here? 6LA. Oh, nice. We're gonna get some
friendlies moving in.
good targets. Corn Brigade moving in. The 2 leading regiments clashing against each other once again. And we do see what I'm assuming is GB. Looks like they're finally getting it. IVB, never mind. They're once again getting aggressive. Possibly over-aggressive here. They were doing a wide flank and they have misjudged the combative prowess. I don't know. I'm making up fancy words now. Anyway, they're outnumbered now. They're gonna die. So, let's see, where's the rest of the CSA reinforcements going to come in? Looks like they're going to go on the left side again. I mean, you got 13 minutes left. You do want to get a quick cap. And, I mean, you do have a... Okay, where'd GP go? Is this them? No, it's IVB. Alright.
Come on, Colonel.
Oh, collector missed.
What the fuck?
There you go.
You missed.
Do you know how many hours I have in this game?
Not enough, clearly.
Dang.
Oh shit, here they come to... Oh,
Shots fired from Vastal. Alright.
Fuck.
Collector goes down. I think,
Yeah,
that was him versus Star, wasn't it?
Give me time and play.
Oh, never mind. Who had the officer there? Or was Fear? Oh, alright.
Yeah, that's my balls going in your mouth. Yeah.
Knight laying some big disrespect on Collector's face. Oh, looks like CSA might be going to the right side this time. I like it. Yeah, IVB, 12th VA, they're going for the right side. Let's see, is the Union going to spot it? They're definitely not going to be able to respond in time. They're quite strung out. And really, if you're Union here, you hope that your artillery is ready to shoot down this road. These are going to be some very crucial shots. Some Unions going down the creek. I'm going to make sure to get around the CSA. A lot of people are going that way. 6th LA and 30th Ohio. And the rest of the Union, we got 5th VA going down the center and 8th Ohio pushing down the left side. Interesting. I guess like we got 12th VA stand out here to take some volleys. But they're going to be the ones outside in the open. And it looks like 5th VA is going to be ready to shoot into the open field. Alright, let's take a look at the flanks from the Union. Flanking teams. 6th LA getting another wide skirmish line. 30th Ohio versus 12th VA. Who's going to be the better shots? 12th VA is going to be moving to the fence. IVB staying in the back. Ooh, that shot just missed for CSA Arty. These are crucial moments for both batteries, because CSA is quite clumped up on both sides of this road. IVB is going to be taking another wide right side approach. They're going to probably use this hill to their advantage to cover their approach and do a little bit of buck and ball volleys. That's what they like to do. Goodness. Ow, I missed. Very sad. Well, that wasn't even in the right trajectory. Alright, IVB is getting ready. They're going to be volleying 8th Ohio. It looks like, no, they're just going to go straight into the road. Alright, 5th VA all by themselves, but actually it looks like 6th LA is going to be really close. They're going to need some help. 8th Ohio is actually going to come in behind IVB. This is going to get the Union to breaking. No doubt about that. Ooh, that shot actually came in. Alright, CSA is getting the majority on point. These flanking groups that the Union has are going to need to come in now. 6th LA is moving in with Corn Brigade and 30th Ohio falling right behind them. From the top ropes, you also got Mississippi Brigade. I didn't even see them coming. Alright, they're going to get that majority back. They're going to keep it. Let's take a look at these tickets. That's going to be the main thing that's going to be a big point of this.
Y'all want this, or do you want me to take it?
Now with this, it looks like it's going in the favor of the defenders as far as who's going to be winning here. So, 9.5 minutes left on the clock. This is going to put Corn Brigade in a very comfortable position going into the second round as the attackers, because they're going to have a lot of time to work with.
South?
It's going to be a big point if they can put up a more swift attack than the CSA has this round. What do we got in this bush over here? It's 12th VA. Alright.
Going northeast.
Spreading out a little bit. We got some people over here. IVB going out on their own. Ahead of the rest of the group. More IVB. 12th VA. No one was there to get shot by artillery. Uh-oh. Got some Union guys getting here to meet IVB. It's 5th VA. Oh, Sevy's getting on the flank with a pistol. He hadn't hit anybody yet. Oh, there goes one. Ah, and Star got him. He's gonna be proud of that when he watches this. There's Fear. What's he got to do with a sword? He got one, and he died. Well, he's getting a reload. Here comes Collector with the other pistol. He's got the Lamette. He's got one. He's got two. Oh, and Star goes down. He can't get 2 pistols in one day. We gotta get this flag back. I think it might go down. Oh no! And Crazy's not gonna be able to get it. 5th VA loses their flag. Union putting up an aggressive defense. They're pushing out even more. 12th VA huddled all around this bush. I really hope that the Union artillery is noticing this. A big smoke cloud is going to be coming out here. A big target. No, they're just shooting at the CSA artillery. Be interesting to see the amount of casualties around there.
Watch the right on the fence. Watch the right.
Woo! Alright. There you go. That did a fair amount of damage. Let's see, are we going to get a follow-up? Maybe. Okay. Union's got a nice little crescent going on here. Just putting 12th VA in 3 sides crossfire. Well, crossfire from 3 different regiments, I guess. IVB is down here on their lonesome. We got some GB guys going up on this fence. Trying to get some shots on the Union. I think CSA is likely to go to final push before they can even think about capping. Corn Brigade is going to be once again circling around 12th VA. And CSA does not have really any reinforcements to kind of get behind 30th Ohio. Alright, 12th VA is going to have to run back to the corner. They've got 6 minutes to work with. What are they going to do? Ooh! Nice shot. Probably scared a few people. I don't think got too many kills, but it's alright. Overall, Union has gotten their ticket lead back. CSA seem to have had not too many good charges. They haven't really been able to hold the point, which I think is what they've tried to do. We got a little scout here. Well, there's another scout in here. Pierce State, level 2. He's got the big regiment all around him, and no one knows he's there. He wants to keep himself quiet, I think. Maybe he has been shooting, I guess. Alright, people pushing down. IVB. 7 Collector up in the front. Let's see how long they can last before they get shot, before they can get their shots off. Savy's gonna be up first. He's got 1 shot off, and he gets killed. Okay, next up, the rest of the IVB. Collector is being the smart one and staying back, making sure we get that pistol up in the front with a low chance of death. Okay, it's not looking like it's going to be a great charge for the CSA. I've got some reinforcements coming from uphill. Mississippi Brigade is going to get right behind them. 6th LA and Corn Brigade mostly taking on this defense by themselves. The rest of 30th Ohio is coming in. GB is just trying to hold out. They just want to get their shots off. Alright, that was not a good volley. They're going to have to run away. Yep, there they go. Okay, CSA, you've got a little bit of time left. It is very possible for you to win this. If your artillery decides to switch it on, they've got a decent chance. They've got time to regroup but it doesn't look like that's what they're gonna do. Some Union guys pushing out. They want to make sure they get the CSA to final push. The skirmishing ticket's gonna come out here. George Whoosh. Got one skirmishing ticket. There's still some... Oh, no. Some IBB guys going in by themselves. That's not going to be good. That's going to put them to final push. Alright. Youngins just pushed themselves up the creek. They do not want CSA to step 1 foot onto the point. Oh, that was a weird ricochet. Bounced right off the water. Okay, well, yeah, they're not gonna win this. Sad to say, I love a good story, but they're not gonna win this one. It's an interesting one. So the defenders have won this map. Not typical for the defenders on this. But Corn Brigade and the rest of the team have done that. Only got 1 minute left. I think they're going to final push, probably about 3 or 4 minutes left on the clock. We'll confirm that in the replay. Get a rough estimate. I don't think we're going to need that number in this next match. Maybe! I don't know. But anyway, if the defenders win the next one, they have to hold for longer than, well, a long time.
Right side, right side, right side, right side, right side, right side.
Alright, last gasp for breath in 12th VA. They're definitely gonna get snuffed out here. Yeah, there it is. 10 seconds left. I'm gonna be interested to see if there was a difference in out of lines kind of halfway through the match when Union got their ticket advantage back. Alright, Corn Brigade's winning it. They have put themselves in a good position. You can see a lovely sun rise? Yeah, that's the east. Okay. And there you go. Let's take a look at this replay. You can see about triple the out of lines from the CSA. A lot of out of lines, actually. That is not going to work in their favor. Alright, let's see. Oof. Alright, when did they go down to final push? That was too fast for me, I couldn't see it. But anyway, 100 more out of lines, 200 more casualties from the attacking team. That is definitely not good. You can see, well, that was there. A lot of shots toward the CSA artillery, but it doesn't look like there was many casualties. May have contributed to a lot of the out of lines. That's pretty typical for a battery. But anyway, we're going to see this map again, but we're going to switch to teams, and we're going to see what strategies were cooked up in coordination and what strategies are cooked up now in these few minutes that they have to react to the ever-changing battlefield. Alright, here we are, the second map. Corn Brigade is attacking. We did have to remuster. There was an imbalance of over 15, so we had to do that. Mississippi Brigade was nice enough to switch over, so we could get this rolling. Joining me for the second round, I've got Pratly as a surprise guest.
I'm here, I'm there, I'm everywhere. I just finished recording the other server, and now I'm over here.
All right, well, go ahead and give us the lowdown of what happened in the other server.
Yeah, 10th US is advancing, so whoever wins this match will be facing off with 10th US. 10th US put on a very convincing display, especially as the defenders, so whoever goes up against them is definitely going to have to be at their best if they want to be beating the 10th.
Yeah, right now, Corn Brigade does have the upper hand. They were winning as defenders, and they were defending for a very long time. Over 40 minutes, I think. It was about 3 minutes left on the clock when final push was engaged, so 12th VA either has to, well, they're going to have to win this, for one thing, and they're going to have to defend for a very long time.
That was a very close artillery shot that went just over them.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm just under them, but it did kill someone.
Yeah, artillery has been underwhelming on this map. Not enough practice has gone in, I guess. Not enough writing charts down if people are into that. Some people aren't. I know that.
This way, pull back more, back even more, back even more.
Everyone's going to be mostly pulling back, though.
I will say one thing you'll be pleased about, Corded, on the other server, artillery was the most effective I think I've ever seen it. The 10th US artillery hammered the Union position when they were playing as the CSA position when they were playing as Union.
I can't wait to see it. Any good canister shots?
Not a lot of canister. It was a lot of shells pounding into the nipple position and into Victory Hill.
Cool. I kind of wish that the top divisions were playing Nicodemus Hill, because I'll be watching that one. But they're right now scheduled for Cook's countercharge. But
well, you know, I like Cooks. I think Cooks is one of my favorite maps in the game. I think it's a very skillful map when it's played well.
Yeah. It is quite biased, though, for the CSA.
Oh, certainly. Absolutely.
Yes, and our artillery is at quite a disadvantage. You got to be pretty quick to pull that back. I don't know if any of these groups are going to try that.
I will say that artillery has had a big buff to canister, so there could be something to be said for just loading a canister, shooting it off as they get close, and then running away and leaving the guns for the rest of the game.
Yeah. Although it might just be good to bring one gun back and then have it ready for people that advance on you. I just pull it back up to that hill and Cooks. Anyway, a lot of the CSA on the hills on Schoolhouse Ridge, firing all the way down into the point. Let's check the balance here. It's still fine, thank God.
CSA playing very aggressively here.
That's right. They're doing their job as the attackers. They want to make sure that their victory here is undeniable.
Yeah, not only that they want a 2-0, but also if they do this quickly enough, even if they lose, it doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, another bad thing about the tiebreaker rule that people want to get changed is this defending rule as well. Because if I'm not mistaken, people can like play super over aggressive and try and die out of line, and they can kind of cheese a shorter defending time from the other team.
Yeah, this CSA Arty is infuriating me right now. It's hitting all around the Union and not quite hitting them.
Let's dog some people. Who is it? It is some 6 LA guys, 5th VA, 30th Ohio. Not good. Actually,
IVB coming in here, Collector leading his guys in to the flank of the CSA force.
Yeah, Jason here is just stuck in these fences near the artillery.
IVB getting all the way in. They're right behind the CSA. The CSA is now turning to steer.
IVB has done that all night. They've been trying to do these wide flanks, and it worked out sometimes, but sometimes it didn't. Sometimes they were late, sometimes they went out too far, sometimes they ignored other groups that were going by and got charged in the back.
I forget, does either side have buck and ball on this map?
So 13th Virginia has buck and ball, and IVB was rocking that last round.
Gotcha. Well, that charge has not worked for the Union. They are still losing the point.
Yeah. None of the Union regiments, I don't think, have buck and ball. Let's see, does this guy have a 42? No, I don't think that was. He did get shot, so I can't really see it.
The last of IVB is getting hunted down here.
Yep. We did
CSA
see
going to capture the point.
From the CSA last time, there was a lot of down flags that they left behind. Right now, it's a lot of Union flags being left.
CSA, although CSA does have a lot of guys back at main spawn, I think the Union, if they get down there quick enough, will retake that point. It's a question of how damaged they are by the time they get it back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is...
They don't seem to be in a super great hurry here.
Yeah, and I would say try and get all the flags back, and then I wouldn't approach straight across this field, across the spawn. I mean, if you're in a counterattack right now, you've got all the time in the world. A much safer approach would just be to take a right all the way out of spawn, just go all the way around where the end of that artillery is, and then just take this northern road all the way down. You've got much better cover, and you'll be in the spot that Union typically wants to be in anyway.
Actually, I would say for Union, if they're going to do that, they should do that within the burbs, within the earthworks.
Oh yeah,
so
of
they
course.
don't get seen and the CSA doesn't mirror them, because it's really hard actually to counterattack as the USA on this map, because the CSA sees you the whole way and can just move horizontally to meet you.
Yeah, Mississippi Brigade, actually it's IVB here. They have their one flag still up.
Yeah, and the Union is moving right, but they're doing it in the field, so the CSA is going to see them coming all the way.
They're up on the right side. They're pushing down the right side now.
Left. Just look at all of our dudes coming down.
CSA in the creek. I did see an artillery shell bounce off the water on last round. I don't know if that's going to happen all the time, but CSA is pretty clumped up. Be a great shot if any of the Union artillery has their guns up. There's a few of them.
Yeah, we do have 14 Union artillerymen, and on the other side, 9, 10 CSA artillery. It's a lot of arty to have, and that Union artillery hitting right on the road where there is no one at all.
Yeah, you really gotta. If you're on camera, you gotta make sure your shots hit, or at least get close. But Union's pretty much able to come down on the hill, no problem.
And this would be exactly what CSA wants right now, is to have the point capped early, stop the clock, because they know that the Union has to take longer to win as the defenders than they did, and then just fight out for as long as they can so that the tickets are low when it does get recapped, if it gets recapped.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why CSA didn't just send more people down where the Union was going, because I mean, holding the point is not going to hurt you.
I do quite enjoy seeing this big line of CSA crouching in the creek. You got to think that a CSA artillery shot, or a Union artillery shot does hit. Got 4 kills there, all of whom were crouching.
Around that down flag?
Yep, it was the down flag that was where it hit.
Dang, it split the 5th VA in two.
Yeah, it actually landed a tiny bit short, but the shrapnel went through and killed a whole bunch.
Yeah, it looks like IVB's pushed out 6th LA out here in the forest.
Yeah, and they're in behind the creek now. The creek force is going to get hit from both sides, and they're not really doing anything to respond right now. They're just sitting there.
Let's go.
Yeah, not much movement yet. Now that shots have gone off, they're starting to move away.
Especially with shots going straight down the creek with all of them crouching, you got to think that's going to hurt the tickets. They might just pull back and let the Union recap this and then go attack it again in full force.
Yeah, they're definitely pulling off a point. They might just be baiting the Union in, or they might actually want to hold it. I'm not sure.
Well, either way, they're wasting time on the counterattack timer, which isn't affecting the overall time that's used in the tiebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
Do still have a few IVB guys back in the forest, as well as that line of it's 12th VA who are up higher up on the creek. IVB is still sitting back in the forest, and I guess they're just regrouping their forces because they did lose a fair number in that charge.
Yes, they did. CSA still got the majority around the point.
That artillery shot was very close. It bounced and exploded overhead, knocked down a ton of guys. Don't think it got a huge amount of kills. You can see there's a little hole where it hit, though, in the line, so it did do some damage. Union artillery starting to get their eye in a little bit. Now we're waiting for the CSA artillery to follow suit.
Yeah, arguably, I mean, arguably the Union artillery kind of has a better position, but at the same time not. Like, they've got more options, but it's a bit more of a tricky shot.
But all their options are behind those berms, and they have to roll them into position before they can shoot anything.
Oh, that's definitely true. I mean, when they get them in place.
Yeah, yeah.
And
they got them into action relatively quickly. I suspect here they're still rolling a couple of other guns, maybe. No, it looks like they're more or less done. Yeah, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 guns, 4 guns in place. Still rolling some caissons around. Loving the CSA battle line across the field right now.
Let's see, we got some Union guys pushing all the way up to CSA spawn. This GB taking their guys up there.
You saw Ninth Corps do this a couple weeks ago. Might be trying to just pick up some out of lines as they return from spawn, but CSA has all their flags, so they don't need to be returning from spawn.
Exactly.
I will say, who's on the left? The Second Corps on the left end of this line are having the worst of it. They're getting slowly but surely shot into a smaller and smaller area.
You're talking 6th LA or 5th VA?
Sorry, 6th LA are getting shot down slowly but surely, and you can see they've now got a big gap between them and the 30th because they kind of got shot in the middle so much.
Yeah, but I think they still have most of their numbers. They get 18.
That was
I
missed it. That CSA artillery shot was beautiful. There's a ton of Union casualties there.
Let's see if we can see some bodies. Not much here, but I think we could probably in the recording see a drop in the Union flags. Oh, is it on the point?
I see it's in the bush that they were holding earlier by the creek. I see 10 or 12 bodies here. Granted, some of those may have been from the shooting previously. IVB continuing this fight with the 6th LA. Those two seem to have a bit of a grudge match going on right now.
A little bit, I guess.
Another nice CSA arty shot. Got a lot of knockdowns, not a lot of kills, but knockdowns are still valuable.
Oh yeah, especially on certain maps where there's like always a really important area to charge out. You know, like Burnside Bridge. 6th LA has actually sent a couple people over here. They've sent their 8 company over to attack GB.
Kill the GB. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna get some nice out-of-line tickets. But, I mean, they're in counterattack.
And lose some out of lines as well.
Well, they're the attackers. They can lose some.
Yeah.
And they're in counterattack, and, you know, them losing tickets as the attackers isn't too bad. In some cases, it's what you want.
Yeah, yeah. And speaking of Ardy hitting positions before charging them, that's exactly what the Union were doing with the 10th US playing them on the other server tonight. Was just hammering the position on Duncan Church right before they charged every time.
Did the CSA artillery ever get much action?
No, they got charged out pretty soon.
On both rounds?
Yeah, they never really got going in either rounds. And the Union on the first round, when 5th Florida were playing them, the only artillery they brought was they weren't meant to bring any artillery, but Bus hopped on it and didn't know how to play it and shot every shot long by about 400 yards.
Yep. It's always fun to laugh at artillery people sometimes. I mean, to be fair, their mistakes are very visible.
They're more obvious.
Yeah, they're more obvious compared to infantry.
And they're shooting more often, so you know it's frequent. But also, you know, the other thing I was going to say in terms of valuable knockdowns is in this kind of firefight, they can be quite valuable because it's slowing down the enemy's rate of fire every time you knock down enemies. So in a war of attrition like this is, with just firing back and forth between lines, it can do some damage to knock down the opponents and slow down their reloading. Union pulling back now. I'm wondering what their play is here. You gotta think they gotta kick off the CSA sooner rather than later before the CSA goes too low on tickets.
Yeah, they are gonna need to do that. More GB guys coming out of the spawn, they're just gonna go all by themselves around the CSA.
Ooh, they're right behind 5th VA. Does 5th VA see him?
Yes, they do.
Haven't killed any of them yet. It is a moving target.
Oh,
there goes one. And targets moving perpendicularly to you are hard to hit, in fairness. You would think I would have thought that 5th VA would just follow them and charge.
That was a nice party shot on the Corn Brigade.
Oh yeah, I'm just seeing the aftermath of that now. And brought them down to engaged.
Let's see. Who did that? Let's give some credit. Let's give some reverse doxing. It was IVB artillery. Who could have guessed that? With the amount of stuff that Sevi has to say about Artie.
Well, Sevi says a lot about Artie, but you know, their guys also say that they have a few guys who refuse to play if they're not artillery.
Well, hey,
So figure that one out.
They're showing that they can do some stuff. And only with, I think, 2 guys for
Union now
every
moving
game.
on to point
Yeah.
again. How does this go for them is the question. They're getting attacked by 6th LA on their left, CB from the front, 5th VA on the right. Let's see how it pans out for them.
Yeah, I think they could take it back if they really want to. But this is a good target for CSA artillery if they are ready for it.
And Union does not have all their guys in position. They have a lot of GB men out and about across the field who are not in that fight right now.
Yeah, Union is getting the majority back on point, so they are very likely to take it back.
Yeah, yeah.
Time to run those flags out.
But this is what CSA wants though. They want to drop on tickets. If they're going to lose it, they want to make sure they lose it with lower tickets so the game ends sooner, you know?
Right. Uh-oh. I think CSA might lose all their flags here.
Ha! Interesting. What I just saw here is that Union have taken the CSA second battery position and have moved a gun up to shoot straight down the road into point, more or less.
Onto the hill?
Yeah, look, it's the CSA position. They're just below the creek now, and they have a shot right down onto point from here. Kind of interesting. I've never seen Union take these guns and actually do something with them, really.
Yeah, it's usually a tough one to hold once you're spotted.
Yeah, I think they just recognized the CSA didn't spawn any artillery there, sent down a few artillery guys to take it themselves.
See what CSA, they got all their flags back. How did they do that? Okay, they lost 1, but they got some of them back. Oh, there goes Star. He's taken down by the GB guys here. Got outnumbered.
Union though, even with that recapture, have still ended up behind on tickets.
Mm-hmm. Just a little
I mean,
bit.
tickets are really bad on this map for Union. I mean, I think Schoolhouse. I love Schoolhouse, but I think it's turned into one of the least balanced maps in the game, I would say.
It is, and CSA was actually up on tickets for the first half of the match in the first one, but then I think their out of lines really got away from them. They had about 160 out of lines to the Union's 50. And
was there a lot of charging going on?
Yeah, a lot of charging and a lot of spread out charges. Yeah, it did not help them.
Yeah. Does the Union shift down to try and prevent the CSA retaking this corner? They've only got GB right now, down there right now, and I don't think that's enough to hold this position.
Well, we did see earlier, before we started, CSA had about the whole team in this right side field, just pretty much skirmishing. And it was pretty cool to see.
Fear from the 5th VA, getting 3, getting 4, getting 5. 6 kills.
There you go. I hope he's got.
And he's got the Lamat, so he's still going. Yeah, he's still going. Finally gets taken down.
Let's see, did he have the Lamat? Yeah, he's got a level for it.
But he wiped the entire front line there.
Nice job. All right, more Union pushing down. It's, I think, the whole team.
And this is artillery bread and butter for CSA.
I know.
This is the easiest shot in the game. I mean, it's right under you. All you have to do is aim down and set your fuse correctly, and you're gonna hit Union.
All you gotta do is aim at the bottom of the tree or something like that. You're gonna hit some people. That's one of the easiest landmarks in the game for artillery.
And it's close range as well. You know, it's close range shooting. You know, it's what, 200 yards, maybe.
I don't know. I just aim at it.
They are aiming at it now. We've got 5th VA artillery aiming at it, getting ready to shoot. It's got to be pretty quick if they don't want to hit CSA in there, because I think CSA is taking the position.
Fear and Archer both using their pistols against the Union here. Getting lots of kills. Here comes Womp Womp with his.
This is how pistols should be used, getting up on the front line and blasting.
Mm-hmm. All right, Union's outnumbered again. And they have taken some hits.
Where's that artillery shot? Shoot it!
Come on. Just one artillery got to wipe these guys out. Maybe get a few team kills, but it's okay.
No one cares about team kills. Let's go. There's a shot.
Oh yeah.
Nail it.
It was okay, but knocked down a few people, and it was.
Well, I
nicely
see.
timed.
I see much less guys there than there were before. Whether that's shooting or
And
artillery, I'm not sure.
didn't look like there was any team kills from the artillery.
Union wiped on this flank now.
Oh, that one was over. For Union artillery. Come on.
This is definitely a harder shot for Union artillery. It should be said.
It is, yes, but it's
It's
this
still
spot.
it's still
this
a,
spot
it's still a
isn't
very
moving.
doable.
Yeah.
It's still very doable. It's hard to nail it without bouncing for Union artillery is the difficult thing.
Without bouncing.
Yeah, I think if you get the elevation slightly wrong, you're going to bounce off the ground and you're going to end
Well,
up not
sure,
getting a
but
real
I mean,
kill.
you can, if you know the range and stuff, you can use the fuse at this range, right?
You should be able to. Yeah, I agree. You should be able to.
Oh,
It is a long range shot though.
Union artillery on the CSA guns, they actually got a hit. What? Not many, but they knocked some people down. Pretty impressive.
And I just heard CSA tempting fate there. I heard a 30th Ohio guy saying, "Good thing their arty ain't shit."
Who said that?
I'm not sure who it was exactly. It was someone in the 30th Ohio.
Okay, it was
over there.
30th. All right. Yeah. It does pay dividends to keep watch of how effective the other team's arty is doing. Usually you can assume on most maps that it's not going to be that good.
And I think it's also worth as well, as an officer, keeping an eye on it, because I think there's so many times, this is one of the few games I've ever played where there is truly a psychological element of artillery.
Yes.
I mean, you never hear it in any other game, but when an artillery shell hits anywhere near your line, you hear people fucking screaming about it. And so it's worth, as an officer, keeping an eye on, is it actually killing us? Because you can very easily lose control of a line if they say, "Oh, we're all dead," when an artillery shot kills 2 people.
Yes.
And I can't tell you how many times that happens in Discord. Someone says, "Well, the whole line just got wiped," and I respawn on flag, and I'm like, "No, there's 25 guys here."
Yep. IVP is all on their own right now. Rest of the Union's way back up the hill.
And I'll give Sevi his props because he was not happy about my broadcast of them last time. They are in a slight defilade. They're not quite on the crest, but they are definitely losing men. They're going to get charged here, and they are all on their own.
Some scene coming out as they're about to get charged by 30th Ohio. 7 collector with their pistols.
Well over half of them were dead before that charge even came, so this can't go well for them.
Yeah. Oh!
Union artillery kills the last of the IVB.
Oh, they're gonna doom 7 collector to get stabbed.
I don't know if they got a lot of kills there, but they knocked them all down right as the charge was hitting, and they didn't get their pistol shots off.
Mm-hmm.
And what's for me, CSA here shouldn't take too long. I think Union is now probably going to sit back and spawn? Question mark. No, they're moving down. I was going to say, the Corn Brigade don't want to leave this too long and end up in any sort of danger of time. I don't think they're going to do that. But
sure, but I will also say that 12th V8 does not need to be in a hurry.
No, they should be slowing it down. Yeah,
them running out the clock is going to be good for them.
But they are moving right back down here, and they're being there's a beeline being made for them by 5th VA here. They're going to try and cut off the reinforcements. They have 6th LA in front of them, so the whole of 2nd Corps is here trying to deal with this threat. CB coming over this way as well now. This you would think will take Union to breaking, and if I were CSA here, this line at the back, who is it? 8th Ohio should get on point and start capping it.
Yep, Union is going to be very close to taking losses.
It is close to breaking, but they're running by the point without capping right now.
Yeah,
someone's capping it.
Yeah, someone's capping it. They're just getting ready for it, I think. Well, no one's actually actively on it, but...
I think if the 8th Ohio guys may be close enough. I think the 8th Ohio guys maybe cut across it slightly.
Yeah, the cap zone is pretty
Go
weird.
cap it. Yep, that's the game.
Yep.
I don't think Union will make it down fast enough here.
No, they will not. I think that was probably a fault of the Union on that one, getting hasty and trying to get some ground.
As Treebeard once said, don't be hasty.
As you can see, IVB is going down by themselves. Collector and Seti leading the way, trying their best to stop the cap. Singing their hearts out.
Tenting tonight. Tenting tonight. Tenting on.
Alright, well, 30th Ohio, Corn Brigade, my bad. They have won the divisional championship for the Grit Division, and they're going to be facing off against 10th US in Cook's Countercharge. Maybe. It might be Cook's Countercharge, might be someone else. We'll find out. If they decide on something together, then I'm sure we'll have no problem accommodating. Anyway, Pratly, give me your thoughts.
Yeah, that was pretty swift and decisive from Corn Brigade. I think I mean, the Union were in a very tough position there. I think it was going to be very hard to stretch that out for 9 minutes. I think the Corn Brigade played it well. Yeah, good stuff overall. Sad I missed the first game, but happy I caught the second one.
Yeah, it was fate that you were able to watch this last one. We had to return. And I guess the 10th US's games went by pretty quickly, it seems.
Yeah, relatively. The first one took 40 odd minutes, 36 minutes.
And look at these tickets, 76 for the Union. So they actually had more casualties and out of lines. That's going to do it.
Yeah, and that's going to come from those charges on point for sure.
All right, well, that is it. We'll see you all next week for the big event, the grand finals for both divisions, or both losers and winners. So actually 12th VA is going to be facing against 5th Florida on Nicodemus Hill. So we still going to have 2 matches. Both of them are going to be pretty exciting, I think. But anyway, we will see you guys next week.